Hey guys, it's Mallory with another stamp video, and today I'm going to go through 3 albums from my 30 album haul I have just sitting around in my apartment. These are some of the higher value, I would say, albums. This US one I think is probably the best one in the whole lot, but then there are some cool stuff in these 2 albums I want to show you guys. For those of you who haven't seen the previous video, I got 30 stamp albums, stamp stock books for my buddy John, who has a coin shop in Bolingbrook. A lot of times people bring in coins, and sometimes when they bring in coins, I also bring in stamps. This guy was selling his dad's stamp collection, so I went in, took a look, paid about 200 bucks for the whole lot. And these are some of the 3 albums that I was really excited about, so I want to show you guys. So we're going to start. I think this one is the album with the Chinese stamps in it. That one's Russian, and this is the US one. That's the order we're going to go in. Let's get into it. So I just opened it up to the Chinese stamp section. This is a few sheets from Hungary and Malawi and all that stuff, so I just didn't want to worry about it. So this starts the Chinese section, and he actually has listed all the Scott catalog numbers that correspond with these stamps that are found in here. And I think down there it's like $350 worth. I think he did this in 1998 or 1993. I'm not really sure. But I was super excited when I see this. He was so good at cataloging all of his stamps that he has, so we'll get into it real quick. And a lot of these stamps I actually have never seen. It has been slightly picked through, but nothing too serious. So we'll get right into it. As you can see there, some of these more modern, I call them more modern, Chinese stamps are actually worth some money if you find the right ones. I, of course, have my Chinese stock book. It's pretty full. I just made it to like the 1950s, but I would love to stick these in there. I might have to buy another stock book for it. I know this guy up here is pretty big deal. Right there. We'll work our way down. I don't want to spend too much time because there are some souvenir sheets I want to get to, specifically these right here. So I saw these, I got super excited. I've seen these sometimes on eBay, and I don't know what they go for. I do know, see, he has Scott catalog number, $10. Who knows? These are not something I would want to sell just because it's such an awesome stamp. These actually don't fit in my stock book. They're a little too long, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do with them. I don't want to leave them in here. I might just put them in another binder, a more protective binder. So here, another souvenir sheet with the horses. Again, some more. Another souvenir strip, I guess we'll call it. Some flower stamps right there. And it just keeps going. So whenever I come across Chinese stamps, I really try and take my time with them. These are no exception. It's going to take me a little bit of time to kind of catalog what I've got. Definitely keep track of it all. Another souvenir sheet. Another souvenir sheet. Because Chinese stamps right now are super, super collectible, and I don't want to pass up on any opportunity that I have to collect some of these guys. I think this might be the last souvenir sheet. And I don't want to make this video too long. There's one more page because I do have 2 other albums I need to get to. There you go. So yeah, what a find here. I think I paid like 30 bucks for this one or something like that. The heavy hitter over there that I paid 50 bucks for will be pretty cool. But I saw these in the back, and I just thought, I think 30 bucks is probably the right scoop. And of course, if I find any stamps super, super valuable, I always give it back to the person because I'd rather be fair than rich. Without further ado, let's get back to the Russian album. So this Russian album is pretty substantial. I don't know if you can see how thick it is, but these pages are filled with sheets. All these stamps are mint. I think we start with the Scott catalog number 4. Let's go over here. Let's see here. 4993. I'm just going to flip through the pages because I can't go through every page in this video. But man, it's just filled with these souvenir sheets, special stamps. I'll pause at some I think might be interesting to you guys. And like I said, he was so good because he has a Scott catalog number beside it with the price. I think he got these kind of in the late 80s, early 90s, these prices, so they could have fluctuated up or down. Who knows? Late 80s, and as you can see, it kind of got picked through. Stamps were still going for a little bit more than, some stamps, I should say, were going for a little bit more than they are nowadays. Looks like some Olympics, 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 and I'm just going to kind of flip through this. Space. There was an album that I remember coming across that was specifically just space. Like, look at this. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, look at these sheets. Up here, I think we start getting the old ones up here. That's the Army of the North. These are forged pretty regularly. Coming down here, I've actually never seen, forgive me for touching that with my finger, some of these guys, so I don't know where those are from. I'm going to have to go look those up. We'll keep moving. I am going to move, like I said, decently quick just because I do want to spend the majority of my time. Here's some space stamps, like I said. Look at that. Has a page just for them, specifically for the U.S. album. But one weird thing that he did with his stamps is he actually started the more modern stamps in the front of the book and worked his way back to the older stamps, which I thought was a weird way to organize it. That's usually not how it is. Usually you start with, like, you know, super old 1840 stamps in the front, and then you work your way back to the more modern ones. But he did the opposite, and all of his albums are like this. I don't know if he did that so if someone stole his albums, he could, like, prove that his albums were, in fact, his, just based on the way the stamps are put in. It is pretty unique. And here we start getting to some clutter again. But all of them are so they're labeled so well. Like, I want to make sure I take my due process, I guess I'll say, and just make sure these are organized super well. I'd actually never seen this one before. I thought that one was cool. Working our way down. Everything that's going on with Ukraine, I thought that was pretty cool to find there. I do have a few of those. I will definitely be going into my Ukraine stockbook page. We'll keep going. I think there's a few more pages left. But yeah, it looks like he kind of just stuffed stuff together here. And again, sorry I'm not spending too much time on these. I do just want to get to the U.S. album and show you guys that. But I don't want to, you know, disrespect this album because it is special, man. Just look at all those right there. I have pulled those out. I haven't seen those either. So it'll be fun to go into the Scott catalog and try to find them. Might be some back of the book. Might be some, you know, less common stamps, which is always fun to find. And it looks like I am going to have to get a stock book just for Russian stamps, obviously. But there you go. All right, well, that is the last page. We have one more album to go. Yeah, this has been crazy. This has been a crazy album search for me. I hope you guys enjoy it. But we do have one album left, and it is actually the most expensive album, I think, in this lot. This is his U.S. album, and like I said before, he actually kind of puts things in a weird order. That one I'll fix in a second. I opened it up immediately. I saw that, and I knew we could have something super special. Come down here. Always hoping for the Zeps. Very hard to find in a actual album or stock book. And we're going to start at 1947, and we're going to work our way all the way back down, but I don't want to spend too much time here. He does have plate blocks in here, as you can see. We're just going to keep working. It is decently sparse, but there are some places that are just amazing. He does have the common souvenir sheets. These are actually imperforated, which I need to put those in a special place. I only have a few of those. Again, he always has prices down here. I don't know if he's trying to sell it or he's just trying to, you know, take stock of everything, but, and here we go. We really start to get into it right here. He's got just everything right here. I have gotten questions about this Harding stamp, the difference between rotary and flat plate press. If you don't know the difference, I did make a video about that. Go check it out. That's the only way you can tell the difference. People get this stamp, they think they're a millionaire. That's not the case. Once again, working our way down here. This one is the label is 75, and I do know perforations and color determine if this stamp is actually worth some money or not, but I have not taken the time to do that because I want to keep this collection together before I really take it apart and add it to my collection. And look at that. Pan American Exposition, a full set. Now that is not common. Super, super rare. One thing you do want to look out for with these is the inverted middle portion. They have been found, and they're worth a good amount of money. Super, super rare, but if you ever find one of these, make sure you look at them. Might look a little weird, or it might just look normal to you, but super, super special. And once again, just working our way down. It goes all the way up to 10 cent, and that one is in pretty good shape. Of course, we don't have the really, really nice ones, but that's okay. Not upset with those. None of the Columbian Expedition. But man, we get up here. Come on down. All the way up to 10 center again, which again is not super, super common, and random thrown in here. So the definitives from the 20s and 30s. Even got a Nebraska overprint. Got some Kansas overprints. And we'll keep moving. And look at this. Lucky us, $5 and $2 sitting right there. And again, he's got the Scott catalog numbers listed over these. So I'm going to have to go through my safe album and make sure I have all these locked away. Perf 11. Is that coil waste? Is that what that's supposed to be? Rotary press. Rotary press. Gotcha. And look at this. We got 1917. Perf 11. It's like offset printing. It is. Just check those out. And look at this. A whole page. A whole page you just got figured out. These are Scott catalog numbers 498 to 518. He's got them all organized. Now, if I was going to take any of these and put them into my safe album, into my collection, I would definitely check the perf, the watermark, all that stuff. I don't want to assume he has everything figured out. Even though he seems super, super organized, I don't want to assume anything. We'll keep rolling. Again, 1914-15, perf 10s. And perf right there, 408. Pretty common one up there. Keep rolling. Again, just beautiful. Awesome set. Definitely, I'm going to probably put these into a glassine envelope and give them away as a set. I have a ton of these in my stock book that I just don't need. Even $3.11, $1. That's awesome. And yeah, like it gets decent. Like he did a good job. It gets decently full back here. 275, 50 center. And this is why I paid $50 for this album. You know, it is pretty full, but these are stamps that are not super hard to find. I do have pretty much all of these stamps, I would venture out to say. Even has some descriptions about how to find their re-engraving characteristics, which I think is super helpful, especially for young collectors. And we'll go down here. And like I said, one of the reasons why I didn't take a huge chunk of money stab at this, because I do have a lot of these stamps. I am planning on giving a lot of these away to you guys. And yeah, check this out. Like this guy was legit. He really did a good job collecting everything. These are used. Now these down here, pretty awesome. Those are pretty awesome. I'll have to see if mine are better centered or if these are better centered. But if these are better centered, I'll definitely be taking those. Got a nice Target cancellation. Blackjack. I think it's the last page, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. 64. This is definitely the last page right here. I think we got Scott is at 11. Something like that. I think it's Scott 11. I mean, that brings us, I think, to the end of the book. But, man, this was just such a fun, you know, search for me just because I went album after album finding just kind of not terrible stamps, not great stamps. And I was super lucky and excited when I came across, you know, a page like, let's find the one I was looking for. I might have already passed it, but oh well. A page like this, where it's like, are you kidding me? Like, these are all in here. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this search. This I was definitely the best album. I will do more videos about the searches I have done on the other albums, but this one I wanted to get to you guys soon just because I wanted to share with y'all. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching.